And last afternoon we were sketching with Nina. So Nina is just here, just really, really close to the door of the pub. We were sketching the Salutation, and she made an amazing sketch from this vantage point. I tried to use once again Veronica Lawler approach of being like a photographer, catching several point of view of the place where we are. So this is the window here. So I drew a close-up view of the window because I liked this stained glass details and so on. And then the wide view with a really quick sketch with a little perspective effects, and Nina just in front of it. And these were some other view I can see from my vantage point. And it was really fun because all the cars were stopping, asking me, please, why everybody is drawing? So it was a really sketching atmosphere, and you couldn't miss it. So this was one night we were really tired, and all the pubs seemed really noisy for me. So we end up finally to sketch outside, even if it was rather cold. And we went to the castle field near the river by night. So I tried to give the by night impression with this black coloring with my fountain pen and the black sky. I think this sketch, there is a lack of depth between these two buildings. I was not sure I should add a light watercolor wash, because of my difficulty to add color to this ink sketch. I tried to reinforce the foreground one to make the difference between the two buildings, but once again, just for the fun of sketching, experimenting, the street lamp of Manchester. And this one is so quick, just a last one before leaving. But maybe the dynamic composition is not bad, and the light and dark on the water are interesting too. So here it is for the ink part of my symposium, and a bit of a childish approach with my icons pasted in on the page, travel diary style. It was so cool, and with the wind in your scarf, it's so stylish. The sketcher is so hungry of sketches, he can eat his own pencil. So dramatic. And here is the last part of my sketchbook. This again was early morning sketches, really quick, waiting for the instructor, for Mark, and I was not sure where they would arrive and when I should stop. In fact, I stopped really soon, and I was wondering if I should keep working on the sketch the day after, but finally I liked it. This way, really simple. It was a statue, a green statue in front of a building, and the use of ultramarine and grey color and the turquoise. I like this effect. The fun thing is that the sketch was wet when I started working with other sketchers to change to the other place, and these drips just magically follow the curve. So it was really, really fun. This was some sketch from an amazing afternoon I spent with Deborah in the Richmond Tea Room. It was an amazing place with an Alice in Wonderland amazing decoration. Just crazy, really, just crazy. So I am with Deborah, and we have a really gorgeous queen tea, high tea, yes, high tea. In a sort of Alice in Wonderland place. It's so amazing, such crazy scenery, and even a false flamingo just here. And so it's so inspiring to have there are already some food missing, and I try a crazy sketch of this thing. So I started with sketching with some of the food, and I need to add the scones later. So English tea, creative stuff, that's just so great. So I wrote Deborah and Anne-Laure in Wonderland because it was great to add this sort of fun lettering and a bit of telling the story on the pages. We wanted to try a high tea. So as I sketched a pot of tea before, I sketched only the food this time. I think my sketch is a bit dark and a bit messy, but it was fun to do. The composition was not great at all because there is the subject, bam, in the middle of the page, so not a good idea usually. I try to balance it a bit with some text on some sides. I was thinking that the high tea was offering especially sweet things, but no, we had some sandwiches with cheese and ham and tomato bruschetta. It was really fun, and some scones. My favorite part of this sketch is the loser scones out there. And then with Deborah, I tried to sketch some part of the crazy decoration of this tea room. The false flamingo, the teapot lamps with this diamond wall. And, there were some signs, eat me, drink me. It was so fun.
I think I put two. This is terrible. My leg is too long.
Yeah. I am going to show your sketch on my video too.
What?
Yeah, great flamingo too, and Alice in Wonderland stuff. Upside down, but it's beautiful nevertheless. So this was some sketch from the last day, the Sunday, and I think the town hall sketch is not so good. It seems a bit overworked to me. I prefer the areas when the sketch is simpler, just a wash and maybe lighter. But I like this focus point of the reflection of the blue sky in the windows. I didn't add the sky on the top of the building because I was thinking it could be too heavy on the page. But the sky is just here, so I think it's a fun approach. And this is a Piccadilly garden. I had a lot of fun with working with the sky. And trying to get some granulations effect with a cerulean blue, maybe ultramarine blue, and a lot of variation with some green shades and pink shades. And the garden was rather pretty. Ta-da! No stress, Nina, no stress.
I'm bothering you? Oh, it's okay?
I am bothering you, maybe.
No, not at all.
We like to bothering ourselves. Oh, another palette right there, yeah. Another mix. And this is the Sunday afternoon I spent with Clara sketching. She tried to give me a few advice about perspective. I am not sure I can recall it now, but thank you, Clara. We were together and we tried to handle a really hard perspective stuff. But it was so lovely to see this sort of shadow
and light.
Light and shadow effect. I liked that too, but I didn't manage to get it on my sketch.
But the colours are really
yes, I tried the sun and shadow. Yeah, thank you. So I tried to use Paul Wang colors to have a monochromatic sketch, but with color variation. So I am pretty much happy with it because of the contrast and the colors and the feeling. Even if I couldn't have this great crossing effect out there, but it was fun. So the arches were really impressive. I tried to sketch it with Paul Wang colors. And there was this statue in the Albert Square. Really important things in Manchester too, I think. We are trying to sketch and to be warm, to be cold. It depends. The sun came out and it's hot, and the sun is gone, and I put my hoodie like that. So that's great. We just eaten in the town hall square. And maybe I could show it like that. It's not more on the way to do it because it's a reverse high again, and you know. And so now it will be easier to show you. And you know, there is a sun now to cast shadow on our sketches. So we are on the town hall place, and it was possible to eat because maybe of the sort of music festival or something. And I think I'm going to try to sketch this statue. I was just started to sketch, but my fountain pen is really angry at me today, so it keeps leaking, and my statue has a big nose, a big clown nose. So as I just started, that it's ridiculous, I am going to paste this lovely visiting card of some great sketcher. It's Andy card, and so and try again just that, but without the fountain pen. So that was the video for the afternoon. And so I had a false start that I hid with this lovely card from Andy. So our subject was a bit tricky like that, so we tried to simplify. Clara made a lovely little look with a strong contrast. And do you want to talk about your process, your painting, sketching approach?
Squiggles.
Squiggles is the word which inspire her. And you, what were you doing with your ink and the brush?
Well, I was just whenever I don't have a brush pen, I just use my ink pen and
That's so clever.
And just put take the water brush and put it right there.
Oh yes, so we can really see the ink coming in the.
You can use it as a brush with ink.
Maybe it is going to give me some idea. That's great. And me, so I wanted to try a sort of mixed media approach. The shadow are disturbing me again. So I started finally because remember this one is so crappy. So I started with a thinner black pen like this one. You can't see because of the sun, but Faber-Castell. This one, and then a bit of watercolor pencil and watercolor to try to have this mixed media approach and contrast. And I just end the sketch with some crazy splatter, so that was fun. Yeah. And we just figured it out that Lynn and Susita are just out there sketching too, so we are going to see there is an ink only part and then some pencil only part, or just with a bit of ink, and then a watercolor added for value. I think it was fun to work with this approach too. And I think this color is a mix of goethite and green apatite genuine from Daniel Smith, and I like this hue for stone work. You know, sort of beige stone color. I think I should use it again. It was a good try. This is almost my last sketch in Manchester. I was alone to finish the afternoon after my friends were gone, and I was in Castlefield again because it was such an amazing place with these overlapping bridges and columns and the water with the reflection, and I was feeling as if it was a sort of exam, you know, a sort of final exercise for me to try to apply all the things I learned during the symposium. So this is the end of the symposium. Oh, so sad, but I met so many great instructors and urban sketchers, and I have a new great sketching friends, so I'm so happy. I just try to handle this complicated scene, trying to think about all the workshop I attended and all I have learned during this events, overlapping shape, the way we try to think about space during Veronica Lawler workshop, maybe the style of Marion Rivolier, which inspired me so much. I think the way I painted the water is inspired by Mark Tarot-Holm style, so it's always so interesting to be inspired by others and then to try to mix it up all in our own style, and to find our own style and make it evolve and improve. So thank you so much to you all for the sharing, for the meeting and the sketching, and not sure, but maybe see you next year in Chicago. Try to structure the environment with warm and cool colors, and maybe to give an harmony to the whole sketch. Yes, dynamism, harmony, color variations. I didn't resist to create some watery, crazy effects. So it's a bit a TD sketch, but I like it. And for the last morning, I sketched again another vantage point in Castlefield, and it's not at all the same TD approach. It's a bit of a quick, fast approach because I had to take my train really soon. It was the last morning, a last sketch, but I really like this kind of loose brush strokes, really quicker strokes, so maybe I can see the influence of my work on bending the perspective, trying to lead the eye in the picture, working with strong colors, but there are some important lines, and the other parts are really melted with colorful effects. So I like that this is my last sketch in Manchester. I pasted the amazing card of Mark. It was really great to spend some more time to sketch with him. He is such a sweet guy. So that's how my Manchester sketchbook ends. It's not sad because it was such an amazing story, such an amazing adventure. And I was really happy to share it with you. I hope you liked to live through my sketchbook and to share all this adventure with me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like this series of videos about Urban Sketcher Symposium in Manchester. I hope I will be able to attend next year's symposium in Chicago, but not sure. It's really far from France, but finger crossing, you know. So maybe we'll be able to meet next year out there. It will be so amazing, so wonderful. So see you and take care and sketch, of course.